Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Zero Gravity Gaming Gold League here, Week 8 matchup between Literal Monkeys and New Wave Esports. I am MXL, joined tonight once again by Gavino. How are you doing on this lovely night?
It's a great day. Happy to be here. Let's go play some League of Legends.
League of Legends. I've never heard of this game. I
Small indie company.
small, Vex dropped today. Anyway, we're not seeing
Is
Vex.
she?
Disabled. She did drop
Oh,
today. Very, very fun.
very cool.
Unfortunate, we will not be seeing any Vex. She is disabled for this week. Will be available next week for competitive play here, but
No
we
set
are just
either.
blazing. My gosh, yeah, we're blazing through this draft already. I was like expecting a little more downtime, but six
No.
fans already coming through. Literal Monkeys
Nice.
looking for their first pick.
Yeah, I genuinely expected a set to come out. So if it's not going to be set, I'm pretty confident it's going to be something like a Camille or a Mordekaiser if you need the AP threat. They've been playing a lot of bruisery top lanes in solo queue, and it's a pretty strong pick in general. Even if you're weak side, you can generally maintain the 2v1 or dominate your lane if you have the strong side. So definitely look to see some power in the top lane and the jungle as well. Ooh, Morgana.
Ooh, all right. I'm always excited for Morgana pickups. We will have to discuss this Amumu pick though. Literal Monkeys first pick on the blue side. Take the Amumu. Very, very strong flex pick right now, especially with the Morgana locked in. I'm going to assume that's running straight into jungle for Batman. Um,
Yeah.
you don't want to play Amumu into Morgana, I promise you. It is not a
Nope.
fun time. Tristana locked in as well. Probably bot lane, but does have the potential to flex.
Yeah, probably bot lane. That is a pretty aggressive bot lane choice. If Morgana lands a single bind and Tristana jumps on your noggin, you gone.
Noggin. I'm sorry, that's just a glorious word. Uh, Interested to see what else is going to come out. I'm anticipating this will be an 80 carry. So look at that. We got the Varus locked in
Hmm.
here for Literal Monkeys. And you mentioned the Camille. I think it is still a strong pick, even after the nerfs we saw, I believe, on last patch. Um, we'll see if that is the direction that the Monkeys look to take it.
I think it's either going to be Camille and Tristana goes bot lane, or it's going to be
Uh,
Mordekaiser and Tristana goes mid lane because then you can have that split AD AP threat. And that also opens up the jungler to play pretty much whenever he wants.
I forgot about the karma changes as well that went through semi recently. I want to say it was like 2 or 3 patches ago. Um, Made her a lot stronger in solo queue and a lot weaker in work, just because you lose out on the AoE speed up from the Mantra E. But still a very, very good matchup into the Morgana. So I definitely like this pickup. I think this is a very potent poke lane to kind of match the aggression of Tristmorg.
I do want to mention it's probably not going to happen, but there is the potential
Don't say
for
karma
having
top.
J4 flex to support.
Oh, okay. Oof.
People have been running Imperial, not Imperial Mandate, but Airy, because as soon as you drop that E, it's instant poke. It gives a small buff, and so you get the shield, and it's like it. It's generally pretty good, and he has CC and engage, which is what you want out of a support. So, it's probably J4 jungle Morgana support, but you could throw Morgana mid or jungle, and be some spiciness. We'll see.
Yeah, Airy Jarvan's really fun because the Airy proc travels between you and whoever you're with, and because the flag is constantly reattaching the attack speed buff, you just see Airy kind of fly back and forth really fast. Very amusing. Again, I agree with you. I don't think it's likely to come out. There is the potential, of course, that you just flex the Morgana jungle into the Amumu. I would love to see it. Love me some Morgana jungle. I don't anticipate it happening. Akali Lissandra, though, banned away from Diamandis in the mid here. And
Yeah.
Sion and Nibia taken away by literal monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to ban the Akali. There's someone named Hyde and Shroud on the other team,
Playing
even if it's the
support.
support. I know it's the support, but still, you have to do it, right? It's just an honor thing. And then the Anivia one is interesting because it looks like they do. Is that a Yone? I was gonna say it looks like they're calling the bluff on the flex and saying, no, you haven't picked your mid
Ooh.
laner yet, so we're gonna ban one. Yone, whoof, already. I do think that this calls for a Mord top, so you can split that AP AD threats up. But yeah, that's pretty spicy. I'm interested to see who they're going to counter with Silas.
Oh.
That's going to be a very back and forth lane. I think Yone wins those early, but once it goes to late game, it's a very like skill intensive matchup.
Yeah, and here's
Ooh,
going
look
to
at
be the
Camille.
Camille that we were discussing before. So Silas mid, presumably into the Yone. I know I have a friend of mine who loves playing Yone into Camille because it's just like a fun skill matchup, he says.
Yeah.
Um, so there's the potential for that to flex topside. Again, I doubt it, but
Mm.
we'll have to see what the answer is going to be here for New Wave on this fifth pick.
Yeah, it's interesting. Ooh,
You
Mordekaiser.
called it.
There it is.
You called it.
I called both of them too. I called Camille and Mordekaiser just on different teams. But yeah, it's a good pick. You have a lot of fighting all around, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun game to watch, especially mostly just around top and mid lane. I don't expect bot lane to be too volatile. If you're Tristana, you know if you jump into a Varus, he has surprisingly high damage. Nobody really expects, especially when you build Poke Varus, for him to have any extended damage. But if you can get those little auto attack buffs in, you can pop the blight stacks and that W empowered Q. If you're like below half health, it might kill you. It's pretty bonkers. So I think both teams have a lot of kill pressure. Maybe not as easily pulled off as Tristana Morgana in the case of Varus Karma, but. I think a lot of the fighting is going to be happening in top and mid lane, or they're going to try to roam bot to get some objectives, which will be interesting to see.
Yeah, bot lane does have the potential to be very explosive. I always enjoy watching how Karma players play into the Morgana. It is not a fun time to be picking my favorite champ in that matchup. It's your Black Shield doesn't do anything. She can
No,
just
not
kind of
as
run
much.
away with Inspire, Shield, and the move speed, and just dodge all of your Qs.
You can like
I
you
hate it.
can you can prevent some engage, if a Mumu walks up close and it's
Yeah,
obvious
yeah,
he's gonna ult or Q, you can kind of like save your AD carry. Same thing with like a Silas chain or a I actually don't know how
yeah.
Black Shield and Camille ult interacts. That's interesting. I
You'd
think
think
it'll probably
I'd
fall off.
know.
It probably falls off if you activate it while you have the Black Shield on, but
I
once you're in it, you can't just Black Shield out of it, I would assume.
Yeah,
But
so I know the interaction with Sivir is if you spell shield as she's slamming down, the cage doesn't happen. So like that's cool. I've actually never tried it with Morgana because normally there's more priority things to Black Shield. Um, yeah, that'll be interesting to see. But I think I agree with you. There's a lot of potential for basically all three lanes to be super explosive. I'm looking at high damage everywhere outside of the jungle, ironically enough. Amumu,
it'll be
Jarvan,
interesting to see too if Jarvan goes more damage or tanky. You can kind of go either one, but to be honest, this is gold, so you build damage.
what do you mean by damage? I'm curious because I would expect this to be Gore Drinker. That seems to be the stock standard right now.
I mean, yeah, you like it all starts with Gore Drinker. It's just a stupid good item, but then you can just go tank items after that and still be a damage threat or an
Okay, yeah.
engage threat because you don't have to be a damage threat because you got a Mordekaiser and a Yone. But you could just go straight, like Stair's Gauge. You c They do have Camille and Karma give a lot of shields. You could probably go Serpent's Fang. Just saying. Also, what is it? The dash lethality item. I've seen that being
Oh,
built on.
Prowlers?
Yeah, I think you can go Prowler's Claw on Jarvan and it be okay. It's probably not great, but you can do it.
Yeah. When I think Prowler's Claw, I think Rek'Sai, who like guarantees the knockout. With
Or
Jarvan, he
Pain.
already uses everything and is already. Yeah, that doesn't sound great, but it sounds fun, and I'd be here for some
Fun.
fun. Uh, we are though going to take a short break, about 3 minutes before we head on into the Rift here for Game One between Literal Monkeys and New Wave Esports. We'll see who comes out on top right after the break. Welcome back, everyone, to Game 1 between Literal Monkeys and New Wave Esports. Literal Monkeys right now looking to hold their undefeated season, take the clean 2-0, but New Wave looking to make waves in the league, try and get themselves back into the middle of the pack. Looks
They
like
got caught. That's a bummer.
Yeah, the cheeky level 1 was attempted, but Hiding Shrouds was not hiding today.
Ha! I get it, because that's his name. Good one. Uh,
I hate it
yeah.
here.
It's a interesting level 1. You would gain control of bot lane, and since your mid lane and top lane are going to be volatile anyway, you kind of free up your jungler to just focus on those lanes, which would be pretty good. Um, didn't happen because I don't know. I think if they had wrapped around the bottom instead of going through, try going under close to the tower, they probably could have caught someone. But it's not all you're losing is the potential. Really, you're not losing anything, so it's fine.
Yeah, Hiding Shrouds though, feeling pretty good. Got some Spell Thieves gold off of that one, so that's
Ooh.
a W. Game's practically over. Got 20 gold on Spell Thieves.
Rich. I thought this matchup was a little more Yone flavored early, but it does not look to be the case.
Yeah, it might just be a little bit of like playing passively for Righteous. Yone does scale pretty effectively regardless, so not too surprised to see him playing it a little more slowly. But top side, Indigo just auto trading with Potato Man at the moment. Tactical sweep comes in, gets a decent heal down. On the mid side, Righteous gonna take the Q3 back in onto Diamandis. Will be able to stay alive there. Mordekaiser though, Indigo having to burn the flash up top will be taking set. Level 2 come in bot side. Inspire forward. Q comes
Righteous
out.
played that about as well as he could have. That was about as close to taking a tower shot that he could have.
Indigo actually did end up getting the reset canceled up here too, so now Potato Man with the hookshot into the flash. Indigo popping the shield as well. Gonna be taken low. Righteous gonna not take the tower shot. Flashes actually takes it delayed. The particle disappearing in the spectator client, but 2 kills going over to the side of Literal Monkeys here at the start of the game.
Yeah, that's how you want to start a game. Let's go. I called it. Top and mid. Let's go. Yeah, so that's gonna set them up pretty beautifully. They're gonna be able to move towards Herald as much as they want. So definitely look for Amumu to set up that area as his own little play style. So he's gonna have pretty much first dibs on all the Herald and the crab in that area. Look, he's already getting the crab. So yeah, that does set them up pretty well for the top side. So yeah, good on him. You pick spicy lanes, and that's what you want to happen when you pick spicy lanes, and it looks more spice.
Flag and drag in onto the blue buff here. The Dens and Batman skirmishing it out, but Abscond abduct in. The Dens is going to be taken down very quickly. Batman picking up the kill at the blue buff there.
That's rough as a jungler. He was just trying to get some vision and check to see if they hadn't done blue yet, which they hadn't, but he didn't have backup. And Batman always runs with a pack, or there's probably like a bat joke in there that I can't think of right now, but if just imagine I said the bat joke and then laugh. Ha 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 ha.
As Batman says, yeah. I'm Batman.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We did it. We landed it eventually. Hookshot onto the wall here. Potato Tomato just trying to trade aggressively onto Indigo. 2-level lead for him up here, but still taken very low.
Mocked. Mordekaiser is going to start winning that top lane. He does have a lot of sustain from his W, so these little short trades that seem to be going in the favor of Camille are going to start swinging into Mordekaiser, even if it doesn't look like it at first, because he's going to take these fights. Even if he goes even, he will be ahead because of that big W shield healing that he gets.
Another hook shot in here. Indigo going to be taking very low tactical sweep into the Q2. Potato Tomato with the solo kill onto the tower.
Yeah, he's winning that lane.
Howard W in the bot side. I expected a little more to come from that, I'm going to be real. Launch the Q didn't really do much damage, or as much as I thought. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I think if he had broken the spell shield a little bit easier, a little bit earlier, Varus could have followed up with some damage. But
Yeah.
it's all good. That bot lane really, with the Tristana and the spell shield, you really shouldn't be dying in that lane unless you make a grievous error. So they are playing it safe. They've got an even farm lead or lead, but it's pretty even farm. So yeah, good on them. That's what you need. Both of these AD carries are going to scale pretty well into the late game. Obviously, Tristana. Oh,
Den's getting tagged out by both charges of the bandage shots. Flag and drag to get out will be able to do so. Diamondis taking a tower shot in the mid lane trade, however.
and that Amumu damage you know, it ain't nothing. That's pretty good. 2 Qs. Who would have thought?
Oh. Explosive charge down onto Hide and Shrouds. Dark Polarity, I just realized as well, running the Hextech Tristana skin.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that one in game yet, so feels pretty nice to look at. Diamandis does take over to the level 6 here in the mid side, so we'll have access to the Yone ultimate. The E comes through from Righteous. He's going to pop the E to get back. Ult coming in from Diamandis. He will get the kill with the Kingslayer. Meanwhile, topside, Indigo. He said he'd start winning, but that is a Sheen Camille. It's rough.
Yeah. Well played by Diamandis too. When he went under tower, he didn't auto attack to get the kill because he could have done that. He W'd to get enough health that even if the tower hit him, he would have been fine to get out. So that's honestly about as well.
Hextech ultimatum, but the pullback from Indigo. Potato Tomato will find the kill with the tactical sweep. Flash a duck though from Diamandis into the Kingslayer, finding the kill on the mid side. 3-0 now for both of the solo laters of Literal Monkeys.
I have seen this in my solo queue games, and I gotta say, it usually swings in one direction, and I won't spoiler which direction that is, obviously for our audience, but it does start swinging in one direction.
It swings in the direction of a great game for the casters, is how I'm gonna phrase that.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be like highlight reel stuff. This is yeah. This is going in the Twitter montage.
Do we do that? You know, I should
like
be a
the
little
players.
more. Oh, I see. Righteous.
Yeah, that's where you know, look how good at Silas I am, without ignoring the fact that you're like 3 levels up and have an entire item on them.
Yeah.
You look how good he was there. That was all skill.
Dark Polarity, rocket jump forward, explosive charge down onto Wonderworld.
6.
Not quite able to find the kill down there. Very good roaming, though, coming out from Hide and Shrouds. Good punish onto the overextension from Righteous there in the mid lane as well. And yeah, everything right now coming up Literal Monkeys.
Yeah, I was gonna say props to Dark Polarity though. He did recognize that he had to give he was up a level. He had his support present. So you know, like, it's a bummer because you're. Oh,
no, don't bully Indigo. 2 charges of the hook shot. Curse of the sad mummy. Potato Tomato finding the kill. Meanwhile, on the bot side, rocket jump forward, exhaust pop, explosive charge, and the ultimate coming out from Dark Polarity. Exhaust down onto Wonderworld as well. Just a trade of summoners down in the bot side for the time being.
Yeah, I think if New Wave does have an avenue back into this game, it is through Dark Polarity. He doesn't have, like, he's a little bit down in farm, but he is not letting the fact that his team is 9-0.
Line's coming in. Ova's gonna miss that one. Dark Polarity is gonna be trying to jump away. Wonderworld, they're gonna be taking this Tristana very low. Black Shield coming out.
That stings. That hurt to see. That could have been their like avenue back into the game, but it didn't happen. But still, I mean, it's great to see that they're still trying stuff. They're down 9-0 and they're not just rolling over. So hopefully this continues to be at least interesting. There's a 2-level advantage in the top lane with a 4-0 community.
Flag and drag onto Potato Tomato. He's going to flash out of the Cataclysm, but here comes the Death Realm. The Dens, though, spotting out Batman, knowing this fight's looking a lot more worse for wear than they initially thought. Potato Tomato taken low. The pullback as well. Hextech Ultimatum comes down, but the shutdown going down to Indigo up in the top lane. Diamandis will be taken low. 2 tower shots going to be taken there. But yeah, 1-0, and New Wave showing some signs of life here at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, this is pretty impressive. You generally don't see this kind of thing from being down 9-0, and they're still trying stuff, which I love to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Here we go again.
Always like seeing the aggression, even when behind. It is often a very good way to catch your opponents off guard and get back into it.
Yeah, I do also not, we are just talking about how great it is that they're still trying stuff. That's an entire Divine Sunder on Camille at 10 minutes into the game. Woof. Uh, Silas is coming up on his, I can never remember the name of that item. The one that goes pew pew and shoots a laser ice beam.
Frost?
Yeah, that's the one.
I I thought for a second you were talking about GLP, and I was like, that item hasn't been around for a hot minute.
Yeah, he somehow built it. He hacked into the servers and put the item back into the game, and you really just gotta love to see that kind of gumption.
You know, fair enough. I can't argue this at this point. Top side, potato tomato, just really bullying out Indigo even further.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this before.
Oh
It's
my
getting
gosh.
a little greedy though.
Yeah, that trade actually ending up a little more even than probably the Camille wanted up in the top side.
It is rough though, when your laner takes like what was that, 2 or 3 tower shots, and then it's an even trade. You know.
Diamandis jumping into the middle of 4. Dark Polarity going to be taken low. Diamandis flashing it out. Last win onto 2. Righteous going to be just trying to trade onto Batman here, but will be falling regardless. Potato Tomato picking up Dark Polarity in the backside. Diamandis using the stolen Yone ult as well under the tower, and it's 4 for 0 at the Drake pit. Oh my. Rough.
FF15, go next.
No. No,
Okay.
it's winnable.
It's winnable. Every game's winnable.
Every game's winnable.
And it is Ocean Soul, so like, if you're gonna come back, Ocean Soul is the avenue to do that. So, I think if you are new wave here, you absolutely need to start prioritizing these objectives, and that will come in the form of, even if it's a bad trade, you take the trade. So if they're getting 2 towers and you take 1, that's still a bonus for you because you are getting gold. At a certain point, they're kind of so far ahead. Like, really, what does it matter? Oh, man.
Good shield coming out from Indigo to negate the Q2 damage coming out from Potato Tomato, but he's just going to have another one. The Blast Cone's not going to be enough. Potato Tomato now 7-1-0 on this Camille pick.
Oh boy. That's one of those things where you're Tristana, and you press tab, and you go, oh, I'm not going to be able to play the game today.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So you've got a Namumu jumping on you, and a Silas jumping on you, and a very fed Camille jumping on you. You're probably not going to be able to jump in at any point. Your W is almost exclusively, oh god, please get me out of here kind of deal.
Keep me alive indeed. The Dens. Cataclysm down onto the Amandus Kingslayer coming out just for a little extra sustain. Righteous going to miss the Q3. The Duck back in. Curse the Sad Mummy not quite available, but Diamandis doesn't care. Finds the kill regardless in the 2v2 in the mid side.
Yeah, Jarvan got dunked by his own petard. You hate to see it. I hate getting killed by my own ability. Please give it back. That should be a thing. You should be able to steal your ult back from Silas. Like, no,
Imagine.
this is mine.
Kind of like how a Lowy clone works. You just skirmish them a little bit.
Yeah.
Get it back. I see.
Yeah. And then you get 2 charges of your ult. That's great. Totally balanced. Put me in, coach.
No, I don't want to see 2-charge Jarvan. No. Righteous, Kingslayer down onto him in the mid lane. The Amandus is going to find the Abduct as well. The exhaust does not matter. Soul Shackle's coming out. Hidden Shrouds and Ova just chaining each other up there. Batman gonna just waltz on out. Bandage toss down onto the Mordekaiser once again. Hidden Shroud's gonna just walk into the river bush here in the Death Realm. We'll be able to walk on away. The Dens popping the Demacian Standard, but will not be taking that one in. Quick kill in the mid.
Yeah, that one, yeah. God, it's 16-1 at 14 minutes in the game. We're over a kill a minute for one team. It's usually, if it's this bloody, it's generally not this far in one way. And again, it's
polarity though. Rocket jump forward. Wonderworld already having burned the flesh. Inspire shield coming out. The heal, the exhaust. Dark polarity burning the buster shot and the heal flash to get out in the bot side, trying to stay alive down there. D-Man has taken the worst end of a trade in the mid lane with the Herald popping. Up in the top side of Indigo, Potato Man trading off the hook shot though. Gonna land onto Indigo. He's gonna have to flash away. Flash Hex Tech Ultimatum coming out. And Potato Tomato with the solo kill up top side again. Righteous not able to find the Yone R for himself. Diamandis will be able to use it on him. Now 6-0-5 for the Silas in mid.
And I would love for this Camille to be on my team for once. You know what I mean? This
All
is
too well. All too well.
yikes. He just yeah, it's always a bummer to get mastery flashed as you're getting killed by the 8-1 Camille. Like, are you outplaying me, or are you just beating me with your gold stick? You know, obviously he gained the lead, so that's
I was
not,
gonna say initially it was through solo kills, it was through like pretty strong lanes. The M7 flash was definitely the gold stick.
But like also they picked Mordekaiser into Camille, which doesn't feel great. You know, if you have the counter pick top lane and then this happens, it's kind of a little demoralizing, you know? Where do you go from there?
No. Alright, we're gonna play this game. We played it last week, Camino. Tell me what time it is.
Let's go. What's Mord building?
Yeah, so Morgana is building Leandri's Torment again. This time, however, I'm not gonna say it's bad. Your Mordekaiser is your sole AP threat. It feels pretty bad that he's not doing too hot. I like the idea. I like the fact that you're saying, hey, we need more magic damage. I'm cool with that. This works out. Pretty solid.
I also think it's pretty good. She is going to be in these fights a lot longer, so that Leandri's ramp up damage is going to be important. Also, Amumu is a tanky boy, so having any sort of tank shred on him is going to be good. Oh, here we go.
Diamandis and Indigo skirmishing in the bot side both have a Death Realm. Abduct being popped as well. Diamandis, though, winning out in the Death Realm. Righteous popping the teleport. Stopwatch being popped by Diamandis in the mid side. And he will find a kill onto the Yone as well. The Dens in the area just coming in to die. 3-for-0. Literal monkeys just dominating in this first game of the series.
Yeah, this ain't pretty. I do also have a piece of advice for any Mordekaiser / Silas players. So if you are in a situation where you both have a Death Realm, it's basically a game of chicken, because whoever ults first loses. Because you got to think, so you're stealing all those stats, but then you're getting all of those buffed stats stolen back from you. So basically, whoever presses it second gets the better end of that deal, because you lose the stats you gained and the stats that you have already. So
I'm pretty sure the Silas popped it first, but then the infamous gold stick comes in there, so
yeah.
A little different of a situation there.
Yeah, and Mordekaiser had chain vest and a cloth armor, so not a lot of protection from the old 8-0-6 Silas with 2 full items.
Yeah. Granted, Bramble Vest does very well at negating Silas healing. He does require a lot of auto attacking for trades. Righteous, just dead. Hextech Ultimatum will find that kill on the bot. Diamandis with the Abscond Abduct misses it, but does find the Kingslayer, so we'll pick up the kill up top as well.
That's prestige. That's how you get that skin. You do cool stuff like that, where you miss your skill shot and then you press W and they die.
Yeah, point and click ability. Skill.
Yeah.
So
I am intentionally memeing on monkeys here because it feels bad to meme on the team that's losing. So I'm gonna meme on the team that's winning really hard, if that's okay. At me on Twitter, it's fine. I'll get over it.
Going to Twitter right now. We'll throw that out. Yeah, okay. I mean it's looking dire right now. We did see a New Wave in the early stages of this game doing fairly well at like still playing aggressive, still playing forward, trying to make plays happen, even how far behind they were at the time. Right now, though, it looks like that fire's starting to taper out a little bit. We've got 3 minutes on the Drake Spawn. Ocean Soul will be coming in just at around that 23-minute mark. Baron on the table now in just about 15 seconds. If there is a world in which New Wave comes back in this first game, how? How do they do it?
I said earlier that you need objectives, period, even if it's a bad trade for you. So like in this circumstance, it would be ideal if Dragon was up, so it like your first dragon for a Baron is just a god awful abysmal trade, but at this point in the game, like you need something and it stops them from getting soul, so maybe that would be good.
We learned today
Yikes.
Hextech Ultimatum not canceled by Black Shield. Death Realm coming down onto Potato Tomato, the exhaust as well. He's going to be taken actually fairly low here. Tactical Sweep coming through for a little bit of extra sustain. Flash, though, coming from the Camille, will be able to hookshot over the wall, get out alive. And
It's
the
fine.
Baron to Literal Monkeys.
Yeah, generally, yeah, God, it sucks because as a caster, I want to find avenues for New Wave to come back into this, and I just can't. It's 23-1. They don't have a single tower yet, although it looks like Yone is inching towards that milestone on the bot lane. But Camille will be there to put an end to that right quick. Yeah, basically, I think just they need to start focusing on.
Righteous. Just
Come on, bud.
don't do this to him. Oh.
Yikes. Yeah. If you're New Wave, you basically just want to start focusing on the next game. This game's a wash. It's a bummer, but it happens. You picked volatile lanes. This is what can happen with volatile lanes.
Yeah.
But
Flag and Drag forward. Two-man Cataclysm is going to find the flash out from Batman. So still, even like being down 13k gold, still looking to play aggressive, still trying to make things happen. Really like this look right now from New Wave.
yeah, and it's looking ahead to next game. I think basically
Chains of
you
Corruption go wide. It looks like we're gonna have the fight. Banish Toss down onto Indigo.
we
He's
go.
gonna try and flash away. Hidden Shroud's gonna find the exhaust down onto Dark Polarity. No one dead yet though, so almost a trade up right now. Bot turret does end up falling though, so Literal Monkey still just pressuring the map. Take the inhibitor bot side as well.
Yeah, this is one of those games where you're like, let's send someone to split push. Maybe that'll help. But they have a Camille, so you
Yeah.
can't. But okay, I'll never get to my focusing on next game point because they're just gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, Dark Clarity
Speed.
trying to trade with Batman topside. Hook shot down onto Righteous.
Yeah.
Righteous gonna pop the ultimate, will be able to jump away, pops the E, will end up falling regardless. Diamandis picks up that kill. It's gonna ducked as well through the flash from the Morgana. Soul Shackles for added measure. And 3 for 0 in the base of New Wave Esports here at 23 minutes.
Yeah, they just win here. I hope.
Oh,
Honestly,
Death Realm
yeah.
onto Batman. Will he fall? Indigo finding the second kill of the game here for New Wave Esports. Dark Polarity.
Ooh.
Yeah, 80 carries into Camille. Yep.
That's a I can't even tell what level he is, but that's a very low level Tristana into a very high level Camille.
Ooh,
I
Dark
think
Binding
that's something
here.
like a six level difference.
Okay, Potato Tomato just took a Dark Binding and the Tormented Shadow and just tanked it for forever and took no damage. That's
As you do. But so yeah, they just need to start focusing on next game. You need to drop that one from your brain because it's rough, it happens, but yeah, just start focusing on the next game. The bright spot, I will say, their bot lane, both of them died twice in a game where the enemy team had 30 kills. Like,
yeah.
that's not bad. And the Tristana was like a bright shining spot for them. It didn't, unfortunately, it didn't result in anything because by that point the lead had spread to the point where they were getting excess gold, even though bot lane wasn't participating in these fights. But I think if Tristana gets a kill once they're there, it at least becomes a little bit more competitive because you can start contesting these objectives. So I think next game, look for more enabling bot lane junglers. So and basically you can play whatever you want in the jungle, but just focus a lot more on bot lane, and that means focusing on Baron or sorry Dragon because naturally that's you want your bot fight to be present for those skirmishes. So definitely look for a more aggressive bot lane, hopefully with a more supportive team enabling that shining spot in that game.
Yeah, we will have to see what the game plan is for New Wave going into game 2 here. Literal Monkeys putting their foot down in this first game, pedal to the metal, trying to make it quick. wanting to show they are the best team in this league. We will be right back, though, for game two after a short break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone, to game two between Literal Monkeys and New Wave Esports. Literal Monkeys making a statement in game one, just completely taking the game into their own hands, saying that this is how we play, and we're making sure you know it. Gavino, what do you think's got to change going into game two here if you're New Wave?
I think you need an aggressive bot lane. Morgana definitely gives you some pick pressure, but it's kind of split between picking and being supportive. And I think something like a Thresh or a uh, even like a Zyra, because it helps you win the lane. And their bot lane was their shining star, so you do want to give your resources to the bot lane. So having like a Thresh or a Zyra or an Alistar or something like that that enables your bot lane to get ahead would definitely be beneficial because they only died. They're can like cumulatively they only died 4 times in that entire game, which is pretty good considering how many times the rest of the team died. Um, so so yeah, as far as champions, I'm not. totally sure what you're looking for. I don't know why you banned Thresh there. But I it's weird because Jarvan was okay. It's just unfortunate because the volatile lanes that they picked got ahead, and that spread into the jungle because Jarvan couldn't maintain any pressure because none of his lanes had pressure. So he tried to get vision, didn't work. So, and an argument could be made that he should have just been playing safer the whole time. But definitely think they need to be playing towards bot side more and just draft something that looks like that. So, Monkeys banned away the Shen. That's what I would have suggested to play weak side because Shen pretty much goes even against whatever, and he can help bot lane. So just pick something on Tom Kench. Play Tom Kench. That dude, you're fine in a 2v1 lane. You can just you'll be fine. So yeah, just play something that's not gonna get walked all over and something that you can be proactive on the map with.
We will. Oh, we'll have to see. There's a potential issue with some pick stuff happening as a result of some Discord issues. I'm not entirely sure what the status is going to be on that. We'll see if these picks do stand. But for the time being, we can pretty confidently say Twitch going to be locked in for Literal Monkeys. Wonderworld going to be picking that one up. It doesn't strike me as a
Camille,
Batman pick. And yeah,
Camille got
the
through
Camille was
again.
left open. So
Oh,
yeah.
oops. I hope they have a counter. Please don't let it be Mordekaiser again. He was he was doing okay level 2, but at a certain point, Camille just kind of ran away with that. So hopefully Scion. You know what? Yeah, I like the Scion pick there. You're not gonna win lane, but you're gonna do okay. You can farm from a distance, even if you're down in farm, doesn't really matter. Scion, you're a brick wall anyway. So yeah, I think their game plan just needs to be like support your bot lane. So hopefully the Striven is going to be hovering bot side a lot more, and hopefully that will result in more dragon taking than last game.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I definitely agree with you. I think I would like to see a little more action focused towards that bottom half of the map. The Jarvan being locked in again is always a little worrisome. It tends to fall off pretty considerably post early game, so we'll have to see. Morgana though banned away from by Literal Monkeys as well as the Anemia. New Wave choosing to ban out the brothers Yasuo and Yone.
The
So
Anime Brothers.
well, oh jeez, no, I'm good without that. Thanks. I'm assuming this is a support pick that'll be coming through.
Hmm.
There's the potential for the Scion or Jarvan support, like we mentioned last game. Doubtful. Should be something a little more standard here. Maybe Nautilus, Zillion. You wanted it. I didn't, but it's
Love
there.
Villian. Hell yes. I mean this can still flex mid lane or support. Honestly, he's good either one. But oh my, like talking about supporting your AD carry. Oh boy, Zillion sets your AD carry up for success in so many different ways. Obviously, if
Oh,
you can,
every
um,
time. I'll let you finish your point.
obviously he has the ability to straight up just win team fights with his bomb combo because that is like a big AoE stun and damage across like a big area. That can basically win fights because it's a big stun with a lot of damage. But also, um, I think he is underrated heavily. Obviously, people know about his AoE damage potential and his ult. That's like what he's known for is his ult. But his E
Ooh,
is bonkers. That is the 99% slow if you max it second, by the way. That's point and click and it lasts like
look,
two
yeah.
something seconds. It's ridiculous. So, Camille jumps in and just gets slowed to infinity. And then Pillar comes up, she can't move. So honestly, this is a pretty great draft from New Wave to just counter that aggression. You've got so many tools. It's Zillion mid. I just realized.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. It's either Trundle or Scion support. I doubt it's going to be Scion mid. Um,
I think it's Trundle support, Jarvan jungle, and then
which
well, it could be Jarvan support.
I mean, all right. Here's the thing, right? Trundle support got pretty heavily nerfed,
Uh-huh.
pretty
You know what?
consistently for like two
Actually, you know what?
patches.
No, it's Trundle support. They're playing Leona. That is what
Yeah,
you pick
yeah.
into Leona. So fair
Um,
game.
so I'm gonna bring this up. We were discussing our pregame, just like talking over what picks we would anticipate seeing, uh, how we anticipated the drafts to play out, and I said some words that I knew were gonna come true, and I wasn't happy about it. But Batman, whenever I cast, just decides that it's a Sejuani game sometime in the set, and it turns out the game 2 is Sejuani time. Um,
Zillion, that
I
make you feel
just
better?
no, not at all.
I got what I wanted. I don't
uh,
know.
no Morgana jungle here, unfortunately. Don't pick it in Jarvan; it's not fun. But yeah, so Batman Sejuani, it's been a pick that I've seen Batman play like excessively, so pretty tried and true. Not too surprised to see that, unfortunately. But yeah, anything else big you're like looking at though? I see literal monkeys with like a pretty stock standard team fight comp, but what's New Wave doing?
New Wave is either engaging, which they can do really hard. Jarvan and Scion with Zillion bombs on top of them is a pretty hefty engage tool. With the Tristana to follow that up and Trundle to dissuade turnarounds, but they also have a lot of front to back team fighting potential. You know, Scion and Jarvan are going to be big BP front lines along with Trundle, and then don't underestimate the Zillion damage. It's pretty bonkers.
No, no way,
Jarvan support.
no
Oof.
way.
Oof. Okay.
Jarvan, wait, it's Jarvan mid right now. What's
Oh,
right?
Assassin Jarvan?
So
I'm
what
into
is?
it.
I'm trying to think back. Jarvan mid. I think it was a Keen pick.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually into it. Because I was thinking that New Wave doesn't have a ton of damage if Jarvan indexes towards the standard, you know, like
Berserk.
beefy
Yeah.
juggernaut kind of build. But if he goes like lethality mid lane, that is a lot of burst with your Tristana and your Zillion, who's gonna have damage even though he's a support. So not
There,
bad.
there was
It's
one.
weird, but it
There
has the
was
potential to be really good.
there was one LCS player who used to run like the most random stuff mid lane. I think it was Keen,
Pretty sure
who
it's
would
Keen.
it was like, yeah, I'm just gonna play Urgot today, or
Mhm.
full lethality Jarvan, or I think it was like just full assassin Jarvan at the time because lethality didn't exist.
Yeah.
So this is making me reminiscent of like season 5, season 6. I missed those days, much simpler times.
Well, you're
But
here.
I guess, yeah, this honestly this looks like a season 5 comp. With Keen in the mid lane, you got the Scion Jarvan. Man, I
Yeah,
I don't know.
I honestly I like I think I call it Hummer. I like the Zillion into Leona because Leona jumps on your AD carry. You know where she's going, so it's pretty easy to put your bombs down. And then you know once Leona's stunned up, you can just press E on Tristana and she runs away safely.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is an interesting team comp from New Wave. Definitely look for more. Again, I'm happy. I'm so happy they took my advice. But yeah, this definitely looks like they're going to try to focus towards bot side and objective control. That is very good. And once Trundle, the reason you like Trundle into Leona is because she has Conqueror and her W, and you steal all those stats, and that's awesome. But so does Sejuani if she goes Conqueror, which she usually does. Or not Conqueror,
Aftershock.
Aftershock.
I
Um,
was
but
gonna wait
uh,
to correct that.
it's fine. But her passive also gives her like a crap ton of armor. So if you steal that, you're good. So yeah, this is shaping up to be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to this. I think this should be spicy.
Yeah, Subjugate always has been known to have some fun interactions when it comes to Sejuani, including, hey, look, Sejuani has negative armor and magic resistance. That's a really fun one. Uh, we'll have to see, though, as a very fun composition coming out for New Wave Esports. The Jarvan mid for Righteous. We'll see if this is what it takes to get us pushed into that game 3. Literal Monkeys up 1-0. We're going to take a short break before getting on it to the Rift here. Can't wait for this game. We'll be
It's gonna
back
be
right
good.
after the break.
Risk the fall, or we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of the world that we defy. A soul right of the few who rise up high. And we all fight at the last light.
Welcome back, everyone, to Game 2 between Literal Monkeys and New Wave Esports. Literal Monkeys looking to make this a quick 2-0 tonight, maintain their spot as one of the 2 undefeated teams left in this division. But New Wave trying to pick up a massive upset here after a very devastating Game 1 loss. Indigo already chunked out by like 100 HP. Camille things, I guess.
The emotional damage that must have dealt is incalculable. The remnants of last game, all in that one little poke.
The
Tragic.
remnants of last game. Yeah, potato tomato got the Camille again.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
There's not a
happens.
lot to say about that.
Yep.
There is a lot to say about Jarvan though. He took TP, Ignite, and Electrocute. That's a sentence that you can say. Um, he. So they heard us saying, he is already off to the races. They heard us saying that we want them to focus towards bot side, and he's like, I'm kind of on the bot side of the map, so focus me. Uh, he's gonna need some jungle support because if he gets counter ganked ever, he's going to die because he does not have flash into a lot of champions that you want to have flash on. So yeah, look for a lot of violence towards mid lane. Top lane shouldn't be too violent. It's going to be a lot of Scion getting like bullied and trying to farm as best as he can. He even went corrupting pot just to be able to survive in lane a little bit longer. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of bot side. Bot side and mid is what you're going to look for. He's already getting some good poke with his Q, so and it does shred armor, and you have a lot of AD threat from your Trundle and Tristana. So yeah, if this thing pops off, it's going to pop off hard, and it's going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah, I feel like there were some Jarvan buffs that came through recently, targeting more of his top lane build, where you could be more of a skirmisher. I think it was like passive damage increase or something. Maybe it was jungle targeted. I can't quite remember, but regardless, it does make his potential to all in a little more significant. It makes his trading patterns a little more deadly. to say the least. But yeah, bot side, these time bombs putting in some work for Wonderworld. Or sorry, for Ova Weapon. Wonderworld getting hit by them, rather. Did do
So
the smart thing we were talking about by walking into the wave and just dumpstering the wave with Zillion bombs. The reason I hate playing AD carry with the Zillion.
yeah, it's one of those things when you do play Zillion, you kind of have to be careful not to just throw them out all the time because you will start pushing your wave against yourself, and that's not great. So generally, you only want to poke with it if you have both of them, because at that point they're going to be stunned and they have to run away. They can't really afford to just sit in their wave because they're stunned and your AD carry is in range to just start pelting you. So basically, if you're Zillion, don't throw your Q unless you can hit both of them, and then as the AD carry, as the AD carry who has a Zillion, if you see them get stunned, go, because they shouldn't be able to put their bomb on the minions in that point. More violence.
Yeah, Potato, Tomato, and Indigo just trading autos, but Camille winning that one every time. I will say, in counterpoint to the point that I just made of the whole, it feels bad to play with Zillion because he perma pushes the wave. You have Tristana, who also perma pushes, so it at least matches what each champion is looking to do. There's a lot of pushing just coming in general in the bottom side. But yeah, a slower early game, I think, this time around than what we saw last game. Part of that coming from Camille not just like taking over top lane by 5 minutes.
Yeah. Scion is getting bullied in these trades, but that is absolutely what is supposed to happen. If anything else had happened, it would have been really weird.
The Zenith Blade, Shield of Daybreak down in the bot side. Dark Polarity going to be taken to about half HP. Hiding Shrouds just dodging away, doing Leona things, taking no damage in return.
But yeah, so I mean, he has he's down in farm by about 10, but again, you're not expecting to win that matchup, so being down in farm and losing trades is literally how that lane is supposed to go.
Righteous
Oh,
in the
wow.
area flash. Arctic Assault will not negate it, but Righteous ends up falling regardless. Wonderworld flashing away. Gonna be taken low, but gets the kill onto Dark Polarity, not able to survive in the bottom side. 2 for 0 in favor of Literal Monkeys here.
Woof. They definitely tried to focus bot side, and you do gotta respect the hustle. It's just, man, that I think, I don't know why, but Jarvan was already low before that fight ever started, and it looks like Sejuani almost canceled his jump too, so it's just unfortunate that Sejuani was there to provide counter jungle pressure. So yeah, I hope they don't let them let that dissuade them. More bullying.
Yeah, poor Indigo. Did not have an ideal game 1. Game 2, looking pretty close to the same right now, unfortunately. It's definitely rough.
Yeah, and oh wow, I didn't even notice earlier, but he went, more violence?
Yeah, the Dens and Batman trading in the jungle. Pillar comes down, but Sejuani already handedly winning the trade. This tends to happen pre-6 in this matchup as well, so not too surprised to see that come through. Trundle generally doesn't win it until that level 6 point, where the Subjugate comes in. Ova Weapon, though, trying to get out. Hiding Shrouds trying to find another Shield of Daybreak. Will do so. Ova Weapon going to pop the exhaust.
Ooh.
Double bomb down onto Wonderworld, but he should end up falling regardless. Rocket jump forward. Actually, Dark Polarity picks up the kill. Meanwhile, Scion has teleported down. Hiding Shroud's going to be taken low. Got hit up by the Decimating Smash. Will be taken down here. Righteous picking up the kill. So 2 kills for New Wave Esports. Doing work in this game, too.
Yeah, that's what you want to see out of Zillion. He has so much turn potential. Like, it looked like he was just dead in the water, but that double man stun with all that damage, and the mobility that you get from your E, again, he's underrated. That, like, when you have a high damage champion like Tristana that can reset off of those kills that you set up with your big AoE stuns, it unlocks some stuff that you don't normally get to do. Plus, you get a natural experience advantage off of the Zillion, which on Tristana, who scales off of experience, that's pretty good. Oh
Righteous
man,
getting tagged up here by Batman. Tries to go for the flag and drag in, does not find it. Batman picking up the kill in the mid lane. Good punish on the flashless Jarvan.
Yeah, that is kind of what I expected to see when I saw the no flash Jarvan. at any point, if you use your Q or E to harass, your jungler should be on it, because that is just a free kill sitting right there. There is nothing you can do about it.
Definitely less than ideal. Hook shot up in the top side though. Potato Tomato just jumping on Indigo, doing a decent amount of work here. Decimating Smash will not find the knockup, but even trade's actually coming out for the Scion at the moment. Does have the Balmy Cinder, so putting in some work, doing some decent damage to the melee Camille.
Yeah, I do also appreciate that he went phase rush, which isn't, I don't think it's standard, but it definitely allows you to keep up with the kind of bonkers mobility that Camille has. So it's, yeah, he's playing the weak side about as well as could be played in this situation against a Camille who's been proven to just break the game wide open, while you have this Tristana and the Zillion who are doing work in the bot lane.
Big pickup here though to take note of. Hiding Shrouds, Boots of Swiftness. So Zillion Slow now, I think it's 25% less effective, or is it 15? I can't remember. But
Yeah, I think it's 15, but even
oh, wait, I can check.
9, you can check.
It's 25. Ultimate coming down onto Overweapon. Zillion gonna be taken down. Double bomb though. Lands Dark Polarity. Gonna be stacked up by the Twitch Poison here. But yeah, big 2v2 kill on the bot side. Very good Solar Flare from Hidden Shrouds to punish the Zillion pre-6.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate that the Zillion was the only one among those 4 champions that didn't hit 6 at that point. He did land the stun, and again, that was a really one-sided fight, and then still Zillion almost turned it. So there is just so much potential in this bot lane for Tristana to start popping off.
Left and
Here we go.
Righteous, the Ignite, the Cataclysm, flash out from Diamandis to get out. Zenith Blade into the Shield of Daybreak. Righteous gonna be taking some trades with the Leona. The Sad Bee comes out. Righteous does some decent work. Shield of Daybreak onto the minion. The Dens, though, gonna pop the pillar. Subjugate coming down onto Batman here. Does not have the flash quite yet. Flash coming out from the Dens, and Righteous picks up the kill onto the Sejuani before the flash is available. Very good punish from New Wave Esports.
Yeah, Trundle came by and said, "Hey, bud, sorry you didn't get that kill, but they stopped by McDonald's real quick and got you a Happy Meal in the form of getting an extra kill on the Sejuani." It's nice to get that revenge kill, because he needs it. You see why you take Flash on the mid laner, because Victor was able to just leave. Yeah. But yeah, the Jarvan is ahead in farm, and he does have a couple kills to him, so definitely look for him to start doing damage. His full combo did almost one-shot Victor, so we are kind of joking on it because it's a kind of a niche pick, a little off meta, but it does have the potential to start just popping people, because he is going full lethality, which is kind of what you want to see. I am interested to see which item he goes. It's probably going to be Duskblade if I had to guess based off his item.
Yeah, I would either hope Duskblade or Eclipse here. I don't think Prowlers is all that good against what you're playing against.
I think it can be Prowler's Claw.
They built,
because,
to be fair, Prowlers and Duskblade build the same path, so.
Yeah. So that's why I think it's either going to be Prowlers or Prowlers or Duskblade, whatever.
We got there eventually.
We'll get there. But oh, here we go.
Top side, Potato Tomato gonna pop the E, try and run away. The Den's already popping the pillar. Tactical sweep coming out. Potato Tomato just walking away up in the top lane.
Yeah, I do kind of hope he goes Prowler Claw, because it does give you that that extra range.
Oh, a beautiful buffer from Dark Polarity, dodging out from the Solar Flare. Overweapon gonna be taken low, burning the flash. Meanwhile, up in the top side, Ultimate coming down from the Camille. Teleport coming through to bot lane, though, from the Jarvan. Teleport response from the Victor. Shield of Daybreak onto Righteous. It's just the trade of TPs for the time being. Demandis going to be taken. Overweapon low. 2-man Flag and Drag from the Jarvan into the 3-man Cataclysm. Dark Polarity finds a kill, but Wonderworld trades one back as well. Batman just running at this Tristana, not able to find the work. Flash forward from Hidden Shrouds, though. Dark Polarity will end up falling to the Contaminate from Wonderworld. Going to be taken low, but will be able to walk out 1 for 2 in the bottom lane. But a very big fight win for Literal Monkeys.
Yeah, they danced on the knife edge, but they got there. And all of those kills went onto Twitch, so that is going to be a very strong champion who is very good at team fighting. He presses R, and your whole team dies. So Yeah, we're definitely seeing that bot side focus that we were talking about, so that's good.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something controversial here. He's doing the less fun Twitch build. This is like definitely the better Twitch build, but AP Twitch is so fun.
Oh,
Um,
I see. You're one of those. All right. Well, I
oh,
have to
it's
go.
you just kind of auto 6 times and then dot them down. And it's really, really, really funny. The Dens gonna get tagged up here by Zenith Blade. Shield the Daybreak available for Hide and Shroud's not gonna find it. Flag and drag down onto 2. Solar Flare comes out, but the kill going over to Dark Polarity. Righteous gonna be taken very, very low. Will be taken down. Indigo gonna be taken down as well. D-Mantis picks that one up, but Potato Tomato in the area. Just diving into the backside. Tactical sweep down into the back line. Double bomb not gonna land. Double kill for the victor here. Potato Tomato trying to find the kill onto this Zillion. Will not be able to find it. Ward comes over the wall for Dark Polarity, but no rocket jump to follow. 3 for 0 now for Literal Monkeys. 4 for 0 for Literal Monkeys. As the Zillion Ultimate not quite available yet, but a very, very big start to this snowball we saw last game. Might be starting this one.
It isn't as big of a snowball as last game, but it is definitely starting to snowball. We are getting to the point. Oh, it's another Ocean Soul tier. So yeah, Twitch is a very good late game champion, as is Victor. This whole game has a lot of really good late game team fighting. So I think as long as New Wave can kind of like just keep in this, then they should be okay come late game, as long as they don't go too far behind. They're only down by like 4k gold right now. That's not too crazy. It's like a third of a mythic item per champion. So it's not the end of the world, but it's definitely substantial right now, and they kind of just need to stall out and wait for Tristana to turn online.
Yeah, it definitely feels a little more manageable than last time around. Flag and drag down onto the Twitch. Cataclysm coming through as well. Rocket jump forward. Wonderworld going to be taken low, but the stuns! Dark Polarity ends up getting traded back for it. The Dens trying to get something down, but Batman will be able to get out with his life. Meanwhile, on the top side, Camille finding the solo kill. Indigo, again, not having too much fun against this pick.
Yeah, the upside there is that Twitch did just lose a 450 gold bounty, so it was a lost team fight, but it is kind of helpful for a New Wave. The gold.
Hide and Shrouds. Might have stepped too far for. Oh, the 2-man Gravity Well into the storm as well. Diamandis. Double kill on the Victor. Ouch.
Am I caught out, or did I catch you catching me? The age-old question that's been asked since the beginning of time. People are asking.
Okay. That's a little too much for me to think about right now. A little too philosophical for my liking. Potato Tomato taking a trade up in the top side. Divine Sunder just doing some decent healing there, making the trade a little more favorable than it probably should have been.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that New Wave can start focusing more on objectives, because they are taking these team fights, and there's not a whole lot of reason to be honest. I think that bot fight just kind of happened because one person got caught out and everyone else reacted to it. So I would very much like to see them start kind of... I haven't really seen them this series so far, like, decide, okay, here's an objective.
Some fighting might be happening here. Batman trying to find it. A stun onto the Dens does find the permafrost. We'll be able to actually pop it. It gets blast coned over by the Dens. Funny interaction there. Gonna get tagged up by Hide and Shrouds inside that bush. Righteous not doing too hot into this Victor for the time being. Death Ray coming through. Flash forward. The RQ from Diamandis will pick up the kill. Teleport coming in from Indigo here into the unstoppable charge. Diamandis with the root down, or sorry, putting the gravity field down, but will end up being taken down regardless. 2-2-2 now for the Dens on this Trundle.
Yeah, the gold lead stays about 4.5k, so they got big shutdown off that gold. So it's like every time that monkeys pick up an advantage somewhere, that New Wave kind of even it out somewhere. So that's pretty good. As I was saying before that fight broke out, I don't think we've seen them this series just pick an objective and then like contest it. It has always been someone gets caught out, someone else reacts to it, and then it's this cascade of people reacting to something as opposed to us picking something. And yeah, so yeah, here we go. We're fighting wet noodles.
Yeah, Indigo, no flash, no ult, no way to get out here. Should just be a free kill going over to Wonderworld. Decimating Smash lands onto 2. Teleport coming through from Righteous, but it's going to be too little too late, right? It's gotta be. Ultimate coming through from the Leona. Flag and Drag will land down onto Wonderworld. Exhaust being popped as well. 2-man Cataclysm here. Wonderworld gonna be taken down. Righteous picks that kill up. Hide and Shroud's coming in as well. Will end up falling for the double kill. Leona trades one back. That's not something I thought I'd say. Dark Polarity gets tagged up by the Glacial Prison, but meanwhile on the bot side, Potato Tomato trying to find the kill down onto Ova Weapon, who will flash away. Speeding up, but speeding up straight into Batman on the Sejuani. They all run around him. He pops the ultimate. Will end up falling regardless. Potato Tomato, 3-0-3 now on the Camille.
That's one of the situations where you shouldn't ult yourself there. Just die. You save the cooldown. You're not getting out of that. But it is yet another example of one person got cut out and everyone else reacted. Like Dragon was up. I think you just leave that one person dead and still try to contest, because they just are not proactive anywhere on the map, and they need to just pick a place and be there, as opposed to, oh crap, they're here,
Rocket
we need
jump
to fight.
forward, Buster Shot auto, not gonna find it. The shield coming out from that Q from Victor, just barely keeping D-Mantis alive. Oh, it's all just like a game of inches right now, and it doesn't feel like that when you look at a 6k gold deficit. But New Wave coming close so many times, and it's just barely not enough.
Yeah, this gold lead should start like pulling ahead in one direction. Oh, no, am I gone?
No, I think we're both in the same boat right now. I think we're all in the same boat.
Ah, okay. Cool, we're back. Someone DC'd, but we're good.
Awesome.
Everything's fine. Yeah. So we are gonna start seeing these gold leads start to cascade, because they're using Herald. They just got 2 towers. They've got 3 Drakes, so one more is Ocean Soul, which is pretty hard to counter, because that would, as I was saying early in draft, New Wave don't have a ton of sustained damage. There's a fair chunk of burst between Zillion, Jarvan, full lethality, and Tristana, but beyond Tristana, you do not have a lot of sustained.
Subjugate coming out from the dens. Glacial Prison will land regardless. Wonderworld just autoing him down. Will be able to find the kill with the poison. Batman did flash forward for this. Arctic Assault into the W. Will be able to find the kill. Righteous going to be taken low. Will be popping the Zillion ultimate of a weapon though. Trying to find the stun. Will not be able to find it. A glorious Leona ultimate to secure that one. Dark Polarity though. Going to be tagged up. Shield of Daybreak. Going to find the stun there from Hide on Shrouds. Rocket Jump onto Leona. Hide on Shrouds will end up staying alive, actually. Potato Tomato with the double kill up in the top half of the map.
I'm kind of tilted on behalf of Polarity. He keeps trying to get these resets, and they just barely don't work.
Yeah.
Every time. Both last game, too. It happened a few times there, too. But he keeps seeing these moments, and I know this because it happens to me, too. You'll see a moment, you'll be like, okay, this is it. If I get the kill here, I can start jumping on people like it's Mario. But it just isn't happening, and it's such a bummer. It's not even like, you can min max that a little better maybe, but really it's just unlucky. It's a bummer, and the gold lead just kind of extends that. If they didn't have as big of a gold lead as they did, maybe these kills would start coming through, and then the gold lead lessens. But every time he starts going for these, it's just a little bit too little too late.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. Game of pauses, lots of disconnections coming through, it seems, this game. Yeah, I mean, we're in a weird game state right now. It's 10k gold in favor of Literal Monkeys. Around this time last game, they were looking to close it out. Not in as dominant a position, I'll say. I think they've definitely still looked strong, but New Wave really kind of showing back up so far in this game, I think is the best way to phrase it. What do they have to do to take that extra step, though, to force us into a game 3?
They need to stop Ocean Soul, and they only have 2.5 minutes to do it. But that would require them to pick an objective and be there. So it's I hate to be negative about it because I want to see an avenue for both teams to be able to win. Obviously, one avenue is a little easier to pull off at this point, but it's last game kind of gave us a skewed ruler, if that makes sense, because games are not supposed to be that big of a stomp, really. And this game is a stomp too. It's just last one was worse, so it almost feels as if this is normal, but they're down 10k gold at 20 minutes. That's not normal. uh, and it's just it's a bummer because they did pick focusing on bot lane comp, but unfortunately they just didn't like. I don't know. I wanted them to focus bot side, but I also said that I wanted them to focus dragon, and they just have not been at an objective before it spawned. I don't think so far, and that's really the key. Like, that's what monkeys are punishing at this point. They're just prepared.
Yeah, definitely seems like a more. I think you mentioned this before in this game as well. It seems more that New Wave is responding to what monkeys are doing, as opposed to setting up their own plays, looking to try and, play more aggressive, try and take action, try and punish what Literal doing. And as a result, everything's coming out Literal Monkey's favor. They know exactly how they're playing this game out. They know exactly how they're looking to take these fights. They know that Righteous is still really, really squishy on this lethality Jarvan as he does get tagged up by the Hextech Ultimatum. Spray and Pray coming out as well. Diamandis picks up the first kill of the fight there, even through the Zillion ultimate. Indigo showing up a little late here. Wonderworld getting a few autos down, but this might be the call to just run straight towards the Baron for Literal Monkeys.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's a situation where you wouldn't do that. It's a free Baron, and then you've only got the one tier 2 tower left on the top side, and Camille can knock that down in 2 seconds. So you do want to start being able to break open this base, because the longer the game goes on, the higher potential for Tristana to do Tristana things. They're very close to being out of it, but they're not out of it. So they do need to take precautions. And here we go.
Subjugate down onto the Camille here, but the Dens is going to be taken down regardless. Potato Tomato finding the first kill of the fight here. Wonderworld going to get tagged up by a double bomb. Indigo just trying to run away.
Might just brute force mid lane.
Decimating Smash comes through Indigo. Still just trying to run. Double bomb down onto 2, but it's just the tanks. Not sure there's much that can come from this. Camille pinging off, saying, hey guys, Ocean Drake spawning here in just about a minute. And just the one kill, but Ocean Drake now spawning 40 seconds away.
Yeah, I think if they grab Ocean Drake, they just run mid, push it down, end the game. There's really nothing that New Wave can do at that point. I don't think anyone on their team has Beavis Wounds right now, which won't feel good when Ocean Soul happens.
So, I agree with you. It feels pretty rough to not have Grievous, but simultaneously, if you pick up Grievous Wounds, you're not going to have the damage to really get through them anyway, regardless of how much they're healing.
That's not the reason it's bad, but it is a nail in the coffin.
For sure.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to start it.
Yeah, this should just be Ocean Soul going over. It looks uncontested. There's not really an avenue for New Wave to really try and even face check this. They see it's gone. Potato Tomato just jumping on the Dens. Subjugate being popped here by the Trundle. He does not do any damage to this Camilla. Hextech Ultimatum coming down as well. The Chomp not going to be enough to keep him alive. Ultimate being popped in the mid side. Wonderworld picks up the kill onto Dark Polarity. Double kill for the Twitch. The Camille finding the Scion in the jungle as well. 4 for 0. And yeah, it should just be the quick rundown mid here for this side of Literal Monkeys. Never mind, they really want this Zillion. And
had that KDA!
He's dead.
Yeah, it's rough. The Camille was level 15, and just it's just these games. They keep picking these lanes that get ahead, like this Camille. They should have been a Camille game too, but they keep picking these lanes that can get ahead, and it's just so much easier for them to pick objectives because New Wave just is not prioritizing these objectives. So they just keep inching their way ahead, and then there's no way back into it for New Wave.
Yeah,
Oof.
Dark Polarity getting taken down to half HP by a single Camille Q2. Not too enjoyable there. Righteous ends up falling again on the Jarvan here, but some stats padding
Look at
happening at the
you.
time.
No
Literal
one touched
Monkeys.
the Nexus. It's fine.
Oh my gosh, they pick up 2 kills in Fountain here. And Batman just smacking away with that flail.
Are they gonna dive it?
There's no way they dive it. It's a
Dive it.
zillion with ult.
Dive it.
Batman
There we go.
short changes the Arctic Assault, misses the Glacial Prison. Doesn't matter. They do end up finding the win. 2-0 for Literal Monkeys here on the night. Yeah, I mean, coming into it, right, this was a very expected result, I think. I think New Wave showed up a lot better in Game 2. I think it looked really, really good for them. I think there's a lot that they can be proud of with this set, even though it was like 2 very, very clean, quick games against Literal Monkeys. There's a reason that they're now pushing to 8-0, you know?
Yeah. I think that New Wave had the right attitude. There was never a point where they just rolled over and died.
Yeah.
They saw, even when when Monkeys took Ocean Soul, they all ran mid lane to catch one person. Like, that's not rolling over and just being like, okay, you guys win. Like, no, like, we're going to fight you. Like, we're not gonna win, but we're going to fight you. So, which is like, you love to see that, because blowouts suck, and that would have been boring. But yeah, I like room for improvement. They just need to pick an objective and be there. It's like, that's your next big hurdle. I think that'll get you over it'll jump you up enough that you can start focusing on the lanes, because even if you're a little bit down, if you're all together as 5, you have the chance for one player, because Dark Polarity was doing really well on Tristana. It's just really unfortunate that he was not able to capitalize on any of those picks that he found. They just didn't result in any kills, he didn't get any resets, but he's playing really well. So being at those objectives and forcing those team fights allows him, who is a really good player, to shine in those moments where you kind of need one person to just pick up the gauntlet and say, fine, I'll do it myself. But yeah, so good GG's to both teams, but yeah, that was just really well played from Monkeys.
Yeah, Literal Monkeys showing up tonight, showing why they are one of the 2 undefeated teams left in the league. We'll see if that is the case coming into next week as well. Next week being the last week of regular season games for ZGG Gold. After that, the Gauntlet, we got some playoffs. It's going to be a wild next month or so. With that said, that's going to do it for us here on the broadcast. Literal Monkeys taking the 2-0 over New Wave Esports. I have been MXL, and for myself, my co-caster Gavino on the night, our broadcaster Landed. Thank you once again for filling in for us there. We wish you a wonderful, wonderful night. Take care.